Part 2, y'all. I made it. All the way here. I'm on the steps. That's where Dr. Martin Luther King stood at. It's historical for a young black man like me coming from the streets. You know? I come from a place and time in life in which I never thought I'd ever see anything or participate in anything of this nature. I was from the streets. The only thing I ever thought about was seeing cell blocks. You know? A grave. That's about it. Now imagine this. I'm standing right here where the minister stood at, Dr. Martin Luther King. Minister Louis Farrakhan stood all the way at the other side of this mall, all the way over there where the Capitol was at. You might can't see the Capitol. If you look behind the ellipsis, it's the Capitol way over there. You know? But I'm here today. Check it out. I'm going up here. Take a look. It's so big that the closer I walk, so it's getting out of focus. In a minute, I'm gonna be up on these higher steps where Abraham Lincoln is at. You know, did y'all know that Abraham Lincoln was a Melungeon? Look it up in the dictionary. I mean, he had black ancestry in him. Yeah, they heard that though. They don't talk about a lot of those things. Why should they? It take from the historical fallacy. Not the historical legacy, but the historical fallacy. You know? Yeah, it's a historical fallacy. Not only was this country built on the blacks of African Americans, but a lot of African Americans, you know, birthed this nation in more ways than one. Hundreds of years before Christopher Columbus, thousands even. Heck, even the Asians made it here. It's not about a discovery, though. Let's see how close we can get. There's a lot of steps. My legs hurting. There's a lot of people up here too. Let's see if we can get up close. A person with the 16th president. Yeah, it's quiet. Yeah, look at that. Yeah, that. Look. Should I be proud to be here? Should I be? Why would I be? Let's read that. Let's read what that says. In this temple, as in the hearts of the people, for whom he saved the Union, the memory of Abraham Lincoln is enshrined forever. Okay? That's what it says. See what else is in this joint. Like part of the proclamation right here. Look at this joint. It's part of the proclamation. Let's see. Let me see what it says. It says, 407 years ago, our fathers brought forth on this continent a new nation, conceived in liberty and dedicated to the proposition that all men are created equal. That's a powerful statement, particularly if African American had wrote it. Now we are engaged in a great civil war, testing whether that nation, any nation, so conceived and so dedicated, can long endure. We are met on a great battlefield of that war. We have come to dedicate a portion of that field as a final resting place for those who here gave their lives that that nation might live. It is altogether fitting and proper that we should do this. But in a larger sense, we cannot dedicate, we cannot consecrate, we cannot hallow this ground. The brave men living and dead who struggled here have consecrated it far above our poor power to add or detract. The world will little know, nor long remember what we say here, but it can never forget what they did here. It is for us, the living, rather to be dedicated here to the unfinished work which they who fought here have thus far so nobly advanced. It is rather for us to be here dedicated to the great task remaining before us, that from these honored dead we take increased devotion to that cause for which they gave the last full measure of devotion, that we here highly resolve that these dead shall not have died in vain, that this nation under God shall have a new birth of freedom, and that government of the people, by the people, for the people, shall not perish from the heart. Sounds like a spoken word poetry piece to me, or a manifesto of what African Americans have endured. That should be something we should have said, you know. That's a deep statement. Let me ponder that for a minute. Before I really speak on it. You know, it's a whole bunch more over here on the other side. You know, they got some pictures up here, some paintings. You know, where the slaves at though? That's what I want to know. You know, where they at? They built this. You know, I want to know. So, I'm not even gonna finish reading this though. You know why? Because you know, at a time and a place in which we've suffered so much for thousands of years, you know, at the hands of oppression, for hundreds of years at the hands of discrimination, hatred, slavery, enslavement, unjustified. You know, this is not a place in which I am proud to be, except for the fact that I know that my ancestors built this, you know, upon their backs, and they weren't compensated for it. So, you know, I'm proud to be here to honor their memory. I ain't here for Abraham Lincoln or any other president for that matter, not even Barack Obama, in spite of the fact that he's the first, you know, black president that this nation has ever saw. But I'm really here because, you know, it's an opportunity for me to reflect on what was lost and not what was gained, because we really haven't gained much. We got a lot of imagery, you know, in comparison to what we lost, you know. But you know, somebody got to make sense out of it. Maybe you can, watching this video, because I can't, not yet. Not yet, at least. I hope this video was something that a lot of y'all find interesting and intriguing. I'm definitely gonna have it on YouTube up and running. You know, DC. You know, a lot of stuff around here. You know, sure. I'm here. I'm here today. I don't know how long I'm gonna be here, how long we gonna be here, how long this earth is gonna be here. But until then, you know, I'm climbing. I'm climbing in life because my life has been placed in shackles and bondages, mentally, spiritually, physically, psychologically, trying to make sense out of a world that is demented, trying to find a way in which to discover peace that only a few of us have ever attained. I'm trying to look into the skies above and trying to capture that memory, trying to capture that place in time in which my soul bore its freedom, in which my people bore its freedom, in which they walked along the seashores of Africa and they were free. Because today I stand on these seashores and all I see is millions of people in poverty, millions of people in captured, millions of people enslaved. And this is where I am today. Where are you? Stuff that inspires me. Pinning around right around the corner. You know, it's crazy. Yeah, this is what it is. This is what it is. One last look. See? Signing off. HAKIM 1.